ram it. Bring your ramrod back so you can use it again. Pick it up, pull it to the full cock position, level it, and fire.
Whoa! This is a model for the American long arm, which is the 1795 Springfield. By 1803, Harper's Ferry was producing a rifle, which was the first rifle in the American arsenal. But the loading procedure is pretty much the same. You have to bring it up, put it on half cock. That's your safety, because there is no other safety on these guns. Reach into your cartridge box, pull out a cartridge, tear it open, and prime the pan. Don't get too much in here. Put the rest of the powder, and in this case just the wadding, because there is no bullet, or I should say round ball. Ram it, seat it down into the bottom, take it out, put your ramrod back in. Never put your hand over the muzzle because it could go off. And then you lose your hand. Everything's going right. Put it on full cock.
He's jumping around.
Goes across, puts the rest of the charge in, and then would place the ball into the chamber, into the barrel rather. And again, pull their musket out, they stop, they reverse their hand. They flip the rammer clockwise. They bring it into position. They get the command ram. Then they ram it into place. They bring it back. They flip their hand over again, pull it out, counterclockwise. Back into the pipe, keeping their hand clear of the muzzle. At that point, he comes back to shoulder arms, so the commander looks and sees that everyone is loaded and ready. At that point, you get the command to fire. They bring the musket around, put their feet at the T, bring it to full cock.
Rifle is fired, the heat and gas expands, which makes the soft lead bolt expand and grab the rifling, and you have a more accurate and reliable firearm. Smooth bores of the past, accurate maybe up to 50 yards. This is accurate about 400 yards. Also, there's also a very strict loading procedure through Casey's manual loading. It's called loading in 9 times. The first command to be load, you got to take your rifle, place it between your feet at a 45-degree angle. Handle cartridge, take cartridge, tear cartridge, charge cartridge, draw rammer, ram your cartridge, return rammer, prime. The other new invention in 1847 or 1842, the Army actually introduced the percussion system, which was more self-contained than the prison and flint system. It actually utilized a small percussion cap, which looks like a little brass top hat. Inside is filled with fulminated mercury. You guys ever had those little paper caps when you were toys with those black dots on them when you were kids? Same stuff. In fact, the 1855 is unique. If you can see in our display in there, this trap door inside those paper caps were invented by a guy named Dr. Maynard as a priming system for this rifle. It was actually inefficient, unreliable, so they went ahead and used a percussion system. But you place your percussion cap on the cone of your rifle, ready, aim, fire.
It was the Craig Jorgensen. What they did was they learned from the Indian Wars round, which was a 45-70. They scaled that back to a 30-40 round. In essence, this is still a single shot using the Army method, but it does have a 4-round magazine attached to it as well. This becomes the first widely fielded bolt action weapon that the Army uses. We don't have blanks for it, so I'm going to go through the motions with dummy rounds. To load it, by downsizing, you'll notice that I can carry about 3 times the amount of ammunition that he was able to carry. You take your 30-40 round, insert, fire, and then you get on to your next round. Now, firing like this, you'll notice it's still quite a bit to fire each round. So if you got into an emergency situation,
loaded on it, and you'd open the action,
place the stripper clip at the back of the receiver, and then use your thumb, push all 5 rounds down into the magazine. Now, the philosophy at the time was still thinking single shot. So this weapon, just like the Krag Jorgensen, has a magazine cutoff switch. And that would be used so you'd single load individual rounds. You'd have 4 rounds in your magazine. It was calling this the finest battlefield implement ever devised. It was the first widespread, the first semi-automatic weapon fielded by any military in the world in large numbers. So this really was our standard rifle throughout World War II and Korea, and even served into Vietnam. Now, unlike the previous 2 weapons, the idea was rapid firepower. This weapon fires as fast as you can pull the trigger. It has an 8-round end block clip, basically a piece of spring steel that holds 8 rounds together. You put the whole thing down into the receiver. Okay, all 8 rounds are down in the receiver now. Now he can fire that as fast as he'll pull the trigger. Now, hopefully it'll work fine. The end block clip pops out.
1841, 6-pounder. 6-pounder means you shoot a 6-pound projectile. Ready to get 4 physical foresight. That's the European measure. So you hit a 6-pounder, there's muzzleload, bronze, and mock powder. This particular gun saw service in the Mexican War period from 1846 to 48, Civil War period from 1861 to 65. Saw limited use out on the plains in the war period from approximately 1867 to 97. A little heavier on the plains. We actually have a little mountain house that you can see inside. Bring down, we have it. It wouldn't become the workhorse of the plains. This one actually weighs about 2,000 pounds and very heavy. It couldn't go where a little mountain house would go. And this gun pulls behind this limber. Requires 6 horses to pull it. You also would have another limber just like that one there, and 50 rounds of ammunition in the box. You also would have another what we call a caisson, which is more like that, but it has 2 more boxes on it. There would be 200 rounds of ammunition for this particular gun. Normal battery configuration usually is 4 guns per battery. You also would have a battery wagon with supplies, ordnances, extra nails, horseshoes, etc. The little traveling forge that went with it, you need to shoe the horses. You're in the tent, that means number 1 is ready to receive the round. Number 2 is going to insert it, he's going to seat it. He's going to step back to the trail handspike, sesame and sighting. Now tapping on one side of the trail or the other, that way he knows which way to move it. The bigger the tap, the farther it has to go. Satisfied with the sight picture, he goes back to his own position. Next man is ready. 3 and 4 will step in. 3 is going to puncture that cloth bag, and 4 is going to insert the primer with the lanyard attached. 3 will hold it at its junction, make sure it doesn't rise out while he stretches the lanyard. Stay there looking at each other. When he gets the lanyard stretched, he's going to give him a nod. He steps back to his normal position. Everybody ready? Fire! Then we start all over again, sponging and ramming.
Right here over, if you could please move over.
I don't think we're going to be in front of it.
You gonna video this?
Cannoneers, prepare to fire! Set! Ready! Fire!
Dang.
Everybody